I hope.
Sweet.
Oh, I think we are live.
Awesome.
Let me just confirm that. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Omnigamers Club. I am Daniel Winter, and we have here where is it? Up, down below me here. Below me here we have my co-host.
Mark Uasa, that's me. Thanks for having me on the show, I guess.
And we're very excited to have our first guest on in the Omnigamers Club. Welcome, Denis.
Hello, nice to be here. Sorry, I'm still trying to work out all this technology.
Of course, as we are. It
Aren't we all?
wouldn't be a awSHUX stream without some technical difficulties.
Exactly. I've got the game on a giant screen before me. I've got my camera is here, so when I'm looking up like that, and then I've got the stream itself down in the corner. So
A lot of devices.
too many devices.
Excellent.
Yeah. Are you enjoying awSHUX so far, Dennis?
I am very much so. Yeah, it's really good. Some of the panels are amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Great guests, great company, and we're going to do our best too for the next couple of hours, I think.
Yeah, it just makes me miss playing with friends again, which this is going to hopefully help alleviate. So.
Yeah. At least we can see each other's faces.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, yeah, you may know, like most of us here have been, or we're all pretty much regulars at awSHUX. I've been going since the very first one. I think both of you have as well. Yeah. So you may recognize us from in and around the con.
Right. Last awSHUX in the before times was my very first, but I recorded a episode covering it for my other podcast, Test Coast Games. I'm wearing my Test Coast Games shirt today that I printed off for the last awSHUX. So happy to be here doing awSHUX once more.
Excellent. Yes. So we're hoping that awSHUX will get back to in person as of next year, perhaps. So I know I've met a lot of people online in the intervening years that I've met so many people through like my own content and Board Game Feast that have been to awSHUX, but I never met at those previous conventions. So I'm excited now to have a chance to meet some more people in person next time they're all up this way. Fingers crossed. But there's been a lot of fun events going in and around the con online. I haven't managed to catch much myself. I was at work yesterday, and I've been balancing the toddler all morning. So, but I'm hoping to catch some of those VODs. I think we're literally it might be wrapping up. There's the stream with Quinns and Rodney Smith, our fellow Canuck on the far other side of the country.
Smith and Smith, Quinn Smith and Rodney Smith.
True, right? Yeah, I had missed that. Hello, Terminal City friends. Terminal City Tabletop Convention, another local convention here, like an actual BC-based convention that we've had a lot of fun with there. I know you've actually run some events at Terminal City, Denis, as well.
Yeah, lots ever since the second or third event, and I think because I was at the very first one, which was tiny, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yes, yeah, I missed the first couple.
And I think the second one, I donated games to the library. That was my first kind of getting involved with the community and stuff. So,
yeah, I think the last segment of yours I caught was it was. What was it? Formula D with
Downforce.
Yeah.
Mario Kart pieces.
Yes, that's always good fun.
I do love playing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, Denis, you should. I know you do stream some of your own content. You don't really. I don't know you really have a channel name or anything, but you do stream every so often. If you want to tell us more about that.
Yeah, I do everything from. I do a couple of board games, but I like the physical feeling of board games, so I tend to set a camera up and stream like the actual gameplay. And I was very lucky to stream Burgle Brothers 2 with Tim Fowler, the designer.
Yes, yeah, I got part of that.
Yeah. And Amanda Panda came to join us, so that was a lot of fun. That was a very unique experience for me for as a really tiny streamer, and as well as that, I do a couple of digital art streams and stuff as well every now and again. It's just when I'm at home and the kids are asleep, and if I've got time and bored, I'll put something on. I don't have a schedule or anything, but yeah.
I think I saw you even did like story time with you and your daughter.
Yeah, I
one
used to do
time.
that at the start of the pandemic because we'd be up every day and we couldn't leave the house or whatever. You know, it was when it was really right at the start when people didn't know what's happening. So I tried doing that for a while, and that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it's lovely. And I don't think it was a live stream, but I remember you doing a couple of cooking videos, like making banana.
Yeah, I have them on my YouTube
muffin.
channel. I really enjoy doing that because I love video editing. It's one of my passions. I love putting together a video and cutting it down and stuff. So I have a couple of cooking videos, and yeah, I think. Oh, and they're not public, but I have a couple of like projects from around where I live or whatever. So we're going through renovation at the moment. So I've been recording the renovation and putting up like how it's working out and what's happening and stuff. So just giving back to the community and letting them see what's going on and stuff. So.
Excellent. Yeah, well, a man after my own heart with those cooking videos there, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll be able to bake together sometime soon.
I would very much love that. That'd be amazing.
Maybe Andrea or someone else in the behind the scenes there can help us with a link to Denis's stream. Let me see. I should have it here somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's Denis Ryan, Twitch.com/Denis Ryan.
I'm not sure if I have permission to share in this chat since
there's not a whole lot on it. There's nothing on my Twitch stream because I haven't saved any of the VOD. So.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
And I think YouTube is possibly Denis Ryan as well, but whatever. There's not a whole lot on there. So.
Very cool.
I'll find that chat for later. Maybe perhaps when we wrap up anyway. Yeah, I mean, I know I've also watched you run a couple of streams for what's the roll and write game on tour.
On tour,
I played a couple of those along with you. That was good fun.
They're really good fun. Yeah, I love roll and writes was fun because, like, again, I get to play it physically on the table or whatever, and people can just follow along, and I get to roll it. So I really enjoy those. Just to because I don't know, the physical, like this digital implementation is really fun to play around with and stuff, but it's like board game for me, sitting around a table and chatting with friends.
Nothing beats that tactile experience for sure.
Yeah,
I don't own that game, but it was good fun. You can just print off a copy and then play along.
That's a great thing about many roll and writes. So.
Absolutely.
So, guys, what do you think? Should we talk about the game we're playing today?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just be careful. I notice we don't all have our correct starting materials, I think.
Yes, we'll fix it up in a second. So obviously what we have here is Architects of the West Kingdom. For those who've listened to the podcast, you may have heard us discuss a little more of this. It is by Shem Phillips over at Garfield Games. The first in his newest trilogy. Though he had the first trilogy was the North Sea, all very Viking themes, and now he's got this new trilogy, the West Kingdom, that's all about the what's the name of the empire? It starts with C.
It was Carolingian.
Carolingian, that's it. Yeah, in what is now France in the 800s, I think it was. So yeah, time period not particularly commonly explored. But so we have here, this is the first in the trilogy, Architects, and there's Paladins and Viscounts of the West Kingdom. So I guess we won't go over too much of what we discussed in the podcast, but I've played the first two. I've played this and Paladins, and like Paladins is one of my favorites. I really love that game. Not yet to try Viscounts, unfortunately. It's still on my shelf of opportunity. And Denis, you've just played this for the first time, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. I learned the game on Tuesday, I want to say. So, yeah.
Did you have any experience with the others in the series, or the North Sea series?
No.
Or
I think I played one of them. I think I played one about sailing ships, and at some point, way back when events used to happen, and we used to have like meetups and stuff. Somebody taught me something about sailing ships, to collect up the products and bring them back to your harbour.
And that's probably Explorers of the North Sea.
I feel.
Yeah, I got a copy of Raiders of the North Sea at TCTC actually, from their used game sale with commemorative or metal coins in it. So that's nice.
Yes,
it's fun.
Yeah, so it's a nice touch. Yes, unfortunately, one of the downsides of playing on here is no metal coins. Perhaps I can go grab mine and just clink them in the microphone for you.
I have these random wooden cubes sitting in front of my desk all the time whenever I'm playing board games digitally, just to
make
me feel nice.
What do I have here? I have some miscellaneous things that I was had for projects that I just fidget with. I've got tidal blades minis. I've got wingspan eggs. Some Cubitos dice. Miscellaneous components that I haven't
Mr.
put
Worf.
That would drive me nuts, not having them all in their place, in their boxes. Like, I can't stand, like, my components have to be, like, safely away, which is a really weird thing to say when I lend them out to everybody and anybody at conventions. I'm like, yeah, just take them away. But when they're at home in my own house, they have to be, like, in their place.
It's one of the curses of content creation, especially if you're doing something that has multiple games out at once. You put them all away, and then there's always that one component that's left out, and you couldn't be bothered
Rule book.
pulling it back again. So yeah, I have a whole shelf dedicated to miscellaneous components that need to be filed back away again.
Awesome. So let's get started playing while we're
Yes,
talking
absolutely.
here. Who's first player?
Good question. Tabletopia doesn't really.
Well, it looks like
think.
on my screen, I assume it's all the same. It's green, red, blue. So why don't we just, or sorry, yellow, red, blue.
Yeah,
So
that
let's
makes
go across
sense.
the board like that. Does that make sense?
Along the left, sure.
I
Bottom
don't
left.
know who yellow and blue is. So
I think yellow is me, so I'm
Yes.
fine to start.
sure.
Everyone's good with their player abilities. I have the rule
Just
book in
make
front of me.
sure you have your starting components. So I see you got, yeah. I think Daniel, you need to have 2 more coin.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure because it starts you off with some coin. I'm not sure if that counts for.
I think in the basic game,
player, whether there's
in the basic game, everybody starts with 3, whereas I think in the upgraded game, everybody starts with
okay.
whatever's written in there.
Yeah, I just set it to the amount printed on my character sheet,
Yeah,
Right.
same here.
which I think.
And you
makes
know what?
sense.
If we get a rule wrong, who cares? But as long as we're all the same rule, the same wrong rule.
As long as we don't get excoriated in the comments.
Yeah.
I only joke, of course. I'm going to get started since I'm player 1, apparently. Bottom left.
Well, quick note here that we are playing with the variable player powers. Like these boards are double-sided where one side is every character is the same starting resources, same abilities.
Yeah.
But there's also another side where everyone has a special ability that's all pretty overpowered. They have starting resources starting at different points in the virtue track. Some, such as me, I'm the only criminal here. I start with several workers already in prison, unfortunately. You know what we need to do is we need to draw our cards. Yeah. Exactly. So I start with a card, and I believe that's after we draft.
Yeah, you do that after it's draft. So. I got my 4 card. Oops, sorry, I got 5th card.
We're drafting buildings.
F.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to shuffle that. Sorry, I know that card on top of the deck, so I'm going to put it in and shuffle the deck quickly.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting to the shortcuts for Tabletopia, like putting cards back into the deck and shuffling.
So
yeah, that's going to be me the whole game.
It's 4 cards, right? You draw 4 cards.
Yeah, and then like the last one just gets discarded.
Sorry.
So we draw a hand of 5. Is that...
No, you draw 4. We draft 3, and then the fourth one gets discarded. Yeah.
Just don't mind me, as I'm dropping cards everywhere.
Okay, don't forget F is to flip them before you put them back on the table if you need to keep them hidden.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the important one. And if you hold control, you can grab them all at once. You can control and drag.
Nice. Okay. So if it has an ability along the bottom of the building card, does that happen when just the one time you build it?
If it's a lightning bolt, it happens immediately. If it's a little
if it's a flag,
it happens at the end of the game.
At the end, interesting.
So some of them actually have both. They'll have 2 lightning bolts. Oh.
Yeah, some of them might give end of game abilities, but might give you instant virtue up or down.
Okay.
Like I think it's the jail, or there's a couple of virtue based ones here. So this is tough. Great choice here. I think. Sorry, flip isn't working for me for some reason.
Yeah, it wasn't working for me either. I'm just right-clicking and doing it.
Daniel, there's your. Sorry, Daniel, you're blue, right? So there's your 3 cards. I'm passing on to you.
I might. Sometimes it's like when I'm going in and out of full screen or alt tabbing.
Yeah.
I think it breaks. Yeah. Okay. That's what's happening. It's working now. So Mark, your 3 are down the bottom here,
Okay, and
and I've got my 3 here.
I'm gonna do my best to pick up this.
Do you want to give me these 3 cards here? I can just take them from where they are.
Sure, they're over there.
If I do this, I believe I get them all.
Okay, I'm just stuck with my Tabletopia or tabletop simulator shortcuts. Okay. What does that mean? Discard?
Sorry, I might have revealed that.
Okay, well, I'm just going to draft them quick so we can get playing.
Yeah. Let's not overthink this.
Is this one? So there's your 2 again.
There's my 2.
There's your 2. Okay. I'll grab these in my hand. And then we just pick one to discard from the last 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Good times.
and how do we discard it?
Let's just make a discard pile on the far right there or something.
Sounds good.
They might be supposed to be going to the bottom of the pile, but
They
I
are
don't
supposed to
think
go to the bottom of the pile,
matters.
but it's impossible to shuffle that.
Yeah.
So if we just put them over there, we can move them at the end of the game.
Okay.
I doubt we'll go through the whole deck anyway. So.
Okay.
All right. Is that the only step we need to take? We don't need to.
I need to draw. I draw one more. That's my special ability. So yeah, I guess as a quick summary. So I am playing 3s. I start with some people in prison, and only slightly bad on the morality scale. I'm down a couple of points, but I can treat gold and marble interchangeably. Is my special ability.
That's pretty good.
Nice. I am Frederick, and when I'm upgrading the cathedral, which is up here, cathedral is this area up here, I don't have to spend a card to upgrade. Normally you have to burn a card from your hand to upgrade, but I don't have to do that.
I'm Rudolph, and I am fairly neutral, slightly more virtue, I guess, higher virtue. And my ability is I can hire assistants for 1 cheaper than the listed cost.
And you can also have more.
I can have 6.
I think the default you can have 6 assistants, and now you can have 6. So you normally have 5.
That's right.
You can have 6.
Yeah, so that's
and
pretty
I
nice.
just realized that my character Frederick is the character that I photoshopped me into on the cover of the box for the promo shot.
Oh, actually,
Really?
I should be further down here. 5.
Brilliant. I can't have the royal beard that I had on the screenshot, but I'll do my best. Okay, I'm going to go. I will put a meeple down in the workshop. And because of my discount, I believe I can just afford one of the first row, one of the first column. And I'm going to take this bad boy or girl.
Okay, so that is
3.
Thief, making you lose less virtue when you go to the tax stand. So normally the tax stand you put a worker here, you get all the money that's currently in the tax treasury, and you would lose 2 virtue there.
Actually, I think just for your ability, actually, it's you don't have to spend a coin to skip the first character. Isn't that what it is? No.
Well, I have the rule book in front of me.
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 less money.
Yeah.
Pay 1 less silver when hiring apprentices in the workshop.
All right. So that would mean that you could have picked from the first 2 rows, right?
Which row you can choose from is based on how many workers you have.
Oh yeah.
So if you put 1 worker down there, you can choose from the first row. Now again, you can spend a coin to skip rows, but that's separate from his ability there.
Oh, I see. So he spent 3 coin or whatever.
So normally, to buy one of the apprentices, it's going to cost 4 silver.
So shouldn't we have 2 more silver in the tax stand here?
Yes, Mark. We need to put 2 of that.
Sorry, I just used the track, which doesn't add anything to the tax stand. So there we go.
Yeah,
okay, my turn's done.
So, it's obviously pretty obvious strategy to try and get some of these assistants early in the game because they're going to buff up every other action that you take as the game goes on. So I'm not seeing any of the obvious combos here, like your is it the gatekeeper and
The
the scribe? No,
scribe.
apprentice.
Squire.
Squire and gatekeeper are a great combo. So I haven't seen any of them yet.
So I've gone to the mines, and I'm going to grab a brick, I believe.
Okay, starting simple.
So I just upgrade my brick 1, and I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not loving all any of these options in the workshop here just yet. So, what have we got in the black market? No, that's a good option. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to the black market, right in the middle here. So
Be a bad boy.
Yeah, well, life has told me that I'm evil, so I'm just going to accept my fate.
You look so innocent.
Pay 2, I lose 1 virtue, which means I can no longer build the cathedral.
Yeah.
But I can choose any of these that I want.
Yep.
So I'm not limited to that first row. So in that case, I'm going to grab one of these conspirators, which makes it easy for me to round up my fellow workers and point the finger. So,
Okay, Mark.
Very nice. Okay, and you don't have to pay any resources for that. Just the.
I paid 2
coin.
silver and virtue.
Very nice. Well, as you might have expected, I'm going to the tax stand because I have something that boosts that ability. So now I lose only 1 instead of the 2. So there's 6 coin by my count. I'm just going to return them to the pile and add them to my stock virtually.
Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to head back to the mine again. I'm a busy beaver. I guess not a beaver, a busy miner. Busy dwarf. Busy beaver would be in the forest. And I'm going to grab a gold.
Very nice. Yeah, we're just talking about the expansion in the podcast episode, and it is nice to have that one big meeple, isn't it? That gives you the 2 plus the 2 power.
Yeah, so
nice.
The first expansion for the game, the Age of Artisans, back behind here. So every player gets 1 giant-sized meeple that basically counts as 2 when you first put them down on the board. So it just helps accelerate the start of the game, or when all of your workers get rounded up and pulled away, so you can just start speeding up that process again.
Yeah.
And even just the fact that you start the game with an assistant, you basically draft an assistant at the start of the game, that also just helps get things going just a little bit faster. So, what are we doing here? Okay, well, I think I'm going to keep it simple and go looking for some wood. Go to the forest and gain 1 wood. Easy.
Very nice. Okay, I'm going to continue to be a bad, and I'm going to collect this illusionist, which is following a theme, I guess, for me.
So it costs you 3 silver?
Well, it costs me 3 silver, and then I imagine I have to put an extra coin to skip a row or skip a column.
Yes, correct. So you put that on the first.
Right.
So it costs you 4 silver.
So I'm removing 4 from my track.
And then 1 will go into the tax stand. Or sorry, 2 will go into the tax stand.
Correct. 2 will go into the tax stand, and 1 will go into the first column.
Yeah, because the one you save is from the bank.
Right.
So you're still spending 4 coins total.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then this option goes down, and then we add a new one. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Very nice. All right, that's me done.
So yeah, you've got a couple of options there that mean you don't lose virtue when normally you would, which suggests not that you're going to stop doing criminal acts.
I'm just good at hiding it.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna be a busy beaver like I said I was last time. I'm gonna head over here to the forest and grab a stick. While I'm here, I'm using my phone as my webcam. So, Mom, if you're watching and you have anything to ask me, just put it in chat. I can't see my phone call, my text messages.
I think I got a phone call, but it's just a spam. So as always, the tax agent, the CRA is coming for tax evasion.
Exactly. Well, apparently all you guys are in jail, so maybe deserve this. I know it's no, Mark is paying his tax. He's avoiding the bank.
So I am going to. Well, so now that we've already got some workers starting to congregate, so I am going to start rounding up some of those rabble rousers. So I can round up one group. So now,
well, let me guess which one.
In a 3-player game, I'm pretty sure you can still round up from multiple locations. I believe it's in 4 and 5 players. That if you're rounding up multiple groups, they all have to be in one location. But
I thought it was. I thought it was one location always. I didn't realize you could round up.
Well, it depends on how many workers you have in that spot. So when you put a worker here, you can round up multiple groups of workers. So in a 4 and 5 player game, they always have to be in one location. So I could, for example, go to the forest here and round up 2 groups of workers. That is 2 colors of workers from this one location. But in a 2 and 3 player game, you can round up 2 groups from 2 different locations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the rules right in front of me. Players may capture from up to 2 locations in a single turn with 2 to 3 players and solo. So I guess 1 to 3 players.
Oh.
But from only 1 location with 4 or more players.
I did not know that.
So even if I have 3 workers here and I'm rounding up 3 groups, I can still only round up from 2 locations.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But as it is, I've only got 1, so I'm going to spend the tax. So 1 tax. And tax stand, and of course I'm going to round up marks.
Of course. I am not surprised. All right, who's blue? That's Daniel?
Yes.
That's Daniel, yeah.
Okay, Daniel is...
Time for revenge.
Perez. Understood. I know who's gunning for me. Okay, in that case, I am going to...
Oh, hi, Slutty Tie Pie. This is Architects of the West Kingdom. It's a worker placement game from Shem Phillips.
So what are you doing, Mark?
I just went to the silver mines, silversmith, and I got 2 coins. It's 1 + 1 per meeple, I think. So I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a worker placement game, which I assume you're familiar with to some extent, but with a lot of player interaction. So you have all these spaces here where workers are going and being placed, collecting resources, the general stuff from a worker placement game. But you also have ways of rounding up other players' workers and basically putting them in jail to collect money. That's a lot of player interaction in this one.
Let's see. I'm going to grab this guy and head over to I think this is the right place, to quarry, and grab 1 rock. Grab 1 stone, whatever it is.
Okay. I'm going to continue my wood collection quest and get 2 wood. So again, just to summarize, so the first time I come here, you get 1 wood. Basically, whenever you put a worker down, you get a resource based on how many workers you have there. So the first worker I put down here, I just get 1 wood. The second worker I put down here, I now get 2 wood because I've already got another worker already there.
It's slightly different in some locations. Like for example, in the mines, you get 1 brick straight away, and the second brick.
1 + 1, yeah.
Oh, I should have 2 brick. Just realized that because I put a worker up there.
Sure.
So my first worker when we went up there, I should have 2 brick, and then my second worker I took the gold. So I haven't spent any bricks, so I should have 2.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
If that's okay with you guys,
yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, go for it. Okay, I'm gonna go to. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the black market because.
Sorry, I was supposed to mute that cough, but didn't catch it.
I have a physical mute right here, so.
Handy.
Nice. So as you imagine, me being a illusionist, I'm able to hide my bad behavior. I'm going to spend 3 coins to collect these resources listed on this card. And what happens to this? Does it just go away, or
nothing happens until
it just stays in the pile?
Until nothing doesn't change until the black market reset triggers.
Yeah, that's that one is actually printed on the board, so it doesn't come off the board.
So For those
No problem.
watching, the black market is one of the few spaces where only one worker can go at a time. There are these 3 spaces. Each one can only take 1 worker, and they're each going to let you basically grab resources for free. I mean, with a slight monetary cost, and of course a cost to your reputation, you're going to be losing virtue for taking the shortcut.
It
But
resets when it fills up, right?
once all 3 of these spaces are filled, it's going to trigger the black market reset, which is a big shakes up the setup here, and we have to take track of who's in jail, and even more accusations and fingers being pointed and debts being incurred, and we'll cover that when we get to that.
So right now it's my turn, right? So
I believe
if
so.
I
Yes.
just finished. Yeah.
Yeah, if I took the last black markets phase, Daniel, you'd get pretty hurt for having.
Yeah, I would. Yes, indeed.
So that's I might just pick this guy up here, and I am the guard, so now I'm just gonna go build on the.
So yeah, the guild hall. So this is the.
So I'm gonna push my little marker up here.
Guild hall is one of the few spaces where once the worker is there, they are not coming back. They are locked into that, and this is how you either build on the cathedral or you build the building cards.
So this cost me a gold and a card, but it doesn't cost me a card because of my player ability.
Yes, normally you have to discard a card for this, but
and because I built that first one, I'm going to grab one of these bonus cards, and it's public knowledge. I'm going to flip it straight away, so I gain. What's that?
It's always one virtue and then a little bonus on the side.
So again, 1 virtue. Hey. One virtue, and is that 2 stick?
Sorry. 2 wood, yeah.
2 wood. And then that goes away. So that goes, we'll just put it over here, yes.
Excellent.
So I'll just grab my 2 wood then.
Okay. Now. Okay. Do I pull my dudes out of jail to prevent that loss? You know what? Not just yet. I'm going to roll with the punches. And again, still not liking these options here. So I'm just going to go keep it simple, go get some rock now. So grab 1 stone.
Welcome to the quarry. We're having a party.
Nice. Yeah, there are a lot of guys out there, blue and red guys. It's very tempting.
There's no.
Hey, we're collecting resources the hard way, Mark, rather than just cheating and stealing it from the treasury over here.
I had to bribe some very significant people to get that stuff, so I'm doing my work.
A lot of fast talking with those illusionist hands there.
Precisely. Okay. How do I build a building? Do I have to go to a space?
You go to the workshop.
The workshop. Oh yeah, that.
Oh, no, sorry. No, that's draw building. Sorry.
Yeah,
you go to
the guild hall is to build buildings. Yeah.
So you put one up here, and then it's forever taken away. You can never get it back. Right, by the way, we trigger the game end when the guild hall fills up. So once we play, it's what's that? 4, 8,
12, 16. Yeah.
16. We're not using the last 2 columns.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay.
See, you can tell I played this game like this week.
Fresh on those rules.
No, that's a good thing. Okay. I'm still considering.
Much appreciation to my next door neighbor Mumster here. His username is Mumster. So.
Nice. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit more time collecting resources since the old-fashioned way.
I'm feeling a bit guilty over there, Mark.
And we should have. I assume the game has already set this up. Yeah, there's 6. That's right. So it's 2. The bonus cards here. It's 2 plus 1. 2 per player plus 1.
Yeah, so it should be 7 at the start of the game. Yeah.
I don't want to be too flagrant about my crimes. You gotta make it a little hard for the police to catch you, right? The constabulary. Go ahead.
Okay. Fine. Let's see this.
So yeah, throwing them off the scent. That's right.
I'm going to. Sorry, just thinking for a second. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to take out two wood, 1, 2, and 1 stone, 1. To transform those 3 resources into a marble.
Oh,
So
yeah.
your King's Storehouse, this is where you basically trade in. You can trade resources for virtue, or you can trade resources for marble.
And it's any combination. So it doesn't have to be 3 stone or 3 wood. It's like, as
Exactly.
I said, I did 2 stone and 1 wood or whatever.
And one of the big purposes of these assistants here is that a lot of them will give you new trades that you can make. So less silver for virtue or silver for clay. A lot of options here to really shake up the trading options you have in the storehouse. Okay. So, I'm actually going to go up to the guardhouse there, I think, and break my people out.
Oh my.
So I get all. So basically, the guardhouse. You've got a few options here. You can send workers from that you've rounded up to the collective jail and get some money. You can pull your workers out of jail, which is what I'm doing. You can pay money to release your workers from other people's sort of holding cells if they've rounded them up, or you can pay money to pay off a debt. So I've got one worker. I've only got one of these choices to make. So I'm going to pull these guys out of jail. So, and that's me.
Okay. So just to reiterate, when the black market reset happens, everyone in there, only players who have 3 or more people in the guardhouse lose virtue.
Yes.
And the player who has the most meeples in there, regardless of how many, gets a debt card.
Correct. Yes, that is exactly why I am clearing out right now.
Right. And
I must admit, I was very tempted, Daniel. Very, very
right. And right now, blue and black are tied in the black market, so there is no one leading. But I'm still not tempted to get that last one at the moment.
Yes, it's worth noting that when the black market reset happens, anyone that's in the black market gets sent to prison. So these peoples here will be added here before we calculate for who has the most.
I hadn't caught that because I don't think we ever triggered the black market in the.
Goody two shoes over here.
Yeah. Both of us were playing. I think we both ended on 14 virtue.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, you shouldn't think when playing this game that virtue is necessarily good mechanically, right? Because low virtue
characters that had high virtue.
That makes sense. Yeah, you do get railroaded a bit with some of these characters.
That was fun. I was playing Ada, so I really enjoyed that game.
Got it.
I
know.
I'm
the Silversmith.
As is discussed in the podcast, as with like BioWare RPG games, I always struggle playing the evil path. So, but if you get dealt a character that's already evil, well, then I guess you got to roll with it.
Yeah, go with the flow.
You can redeem them, Daniel. You can redeem them, make them a better person.
You're gonna have that arc.
All we need is Architects of the West Kingdom Legacy, where you got little stickers for your characters to make them better.
Yeah, that'd be fun actually.
So, just unicorns and stars.
Virtue.
So
I took my turn, by the way.
So my plan is to. One second, I just want to remember what I want to do. It's that. Where is that? There we go. I'm gonna grab one of these fellas here. By the way, you can also use the guard. Sorry, you can use the town center to recover your own guys as well, right?
Yes, correct.
How do I stand that guy back up again? Now he's falling over. It's really nice.
Tree fell on him or something, I guess.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead, Jim. Okay.
A lot of hazards in the forest there.
So 2. So I gain 2 wood. And, there we go. Okay, Daniel.
Okay, I am now that people are starting to congregate again. I'm going back to the town center.
Nonsense. So 2 is not a congregation. 2 is just a couple.
I pay 1 for the first action.
1 to the
1 attacks.
1 to the tax.
Now the second one is free because of my conspirator. So they're helping me round up some people. So I'm going to round up
shenanigans.
You from the forest and Mark from the silversmith here. So
Oh, come
I've rounded
on.
up two. So because I've got 2 meeples in the town center, I can round up 2 groups of meeples. So they're coming with me back to a holding cell here.
Oh yeah, that guy's falling over. Yeah, you can also round up your own guys to bring them back, right? To bring them
A
home.
bit of police brutality there, unfortunately.
There we go. I found out if you hold a meeple and press Q, you reset it.
Excellent.
Okay, back to me. Okay, well, I see what's going on there, but that's not going to deter me from my evil ways. But for now, I'm going to do
You
something.
said the quiet bit out loud there, Mark.
Can't arrest me for what I say. All right.
I'm sorry.
No recording devices in the Middle Ages.
That's right. All right. I'm going to build this building.
Well, Mark, I hadn't realized that this was even remotely based on historical locations or anything like that.
I treat these as just fantasy. It
I
doesn't
know
really
it
matter.
is fancy, but like just Daniel said, it started. It was based on vaguely based on medieval France or whatever. One of the games was like.
I read that as well, and I don't really.
No.
I just treat this as fantasy world.
I gotta say, I love the art. The art is just gorgeous.
Yes, the Miko.
Yeah,
I love his artwork.
So you built a building?
Yeah, and I took some resources, and I imagine I just tracked the VP on, just leave it on the card.
Yeah, we'll score it all out at the end because there's multiple ways for victory points. So
okay. So you built a well, and you get some play for it. Okay.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Okay, my turn.
Yes, sir.
I am going to grab one of these guys, head to here, and push this guy up one.
Okay.
I'm discarding as 4 resources of stone and wood, right? So I'm going to discard 1 stone and 3 wood. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I also grab the next.
You get another card. Yes.
I'll flip that over for everybody to see, so I can't see myself.
So these reward cards always give you 1 virtue.
So it's another virtue. So I'm going to grab this and pull up the virtue, and then 2 stone. And then Daniel, you can have your go. I'll put the tilts on. So let's put this over here.
Okay. So. Okay, I'm going to go back to the quarry, get some more rocks, like so. Easy.
Okay. Well, I'm getting a little concerned that my people are getting rounded up in such an unjust manner. But what can you do?
Well, you can pay a lot.
No one trusts a magician, Mark.
Take them off the player board.
It's true, but
it's like 4. It's like 5 silver to take them off the player board.
That doesn't really seem worth it.
No, it really isn't.
But
not when you have so many characters available to you already.
Yeah, exactly. I think turnabout is fair play, though. So I'm going to start collecting other people's.
Hope we had our first cat cameo here.
I'm afraid I can't see any of the Zoom chat, so I can't. Because if I bring up Zoom or if I bring up the stream, I realize that I can see your hand and all your plays and stuff. So I just shut it all down.
All right.
Shut it all down.
Let me determine.
Knowing cards in hand isn't a huge consideration in this game.
No, it's not. But I just focus on my own game. So
there we go.
You're stealing from the forest. Are you sorry? You're arresting in the forest. Okay.
For now,
I got a one.
Let's see then. I got that, and then that, and then I'm going to head to the forest and grab.
Back to the scene of the crime.
Sneak in after the place.
You notice that no one is eager to put their 3rd meeple down on a space.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daniel, it's up to you.
Okay. I think it's about time that I start. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go get some clay. So that's 2 clay.
Okay, I'm going to go into the workshop, and I'm only going to take what I can afford, because that makes sense. I'm going to take this, what is it, patron? This patron right here. And with the coin. I want to get a coin back. And no instant effects, just a future effect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Let's see then. I'm going to.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to go to the.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I just forgot to put 2 coins in the tax stand.
Aha, yes. Yeah, it's a little harder to, now that we're keeping track with these little counters, it's a little easier to forget that part.
I'm going back to the quote forest. Join my buddy here. Grab 2 stick.
Okay.
1, 2.
So, for those who can see my hand, I've been planning on building something, obviously, but what I've forgotten is that you need these symbols to be able to build that. So I have,
for example, the character you own over here, or even these characters here, they all have symbols on top. So in order to build, you might need a particular symbol in order to build.
So I have one of the 2 symbols I need, but I need another one, and for that I need money. So a couple of options here.
Steal from the tax stand.
That's always an option, actually. You know what? There's quite a bit there, and we know that Mark's going to go for it before long. So why don't we do that?
I am in my last game, or my first game, I managed to steal 8 gold from the tax stand.
You impugn me, sir. You impugn me.
5, 6. Okay, so there's a 6 there. So,
So you got
7.
7.
Okay, let's clear these out. Oh.
You impugned my good character.
And I lose virtue, which now means that I actually pay less tax from now on.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Daniel go bad before.
Oh, I've been practicing that in all my. I've been playing a couple of this game physically with my neighbor, and I've been saving all my bad behavior for those games.
Very nice. Okay, well, it's going to change my strategy slightly. I'm sorry. I keep picking up a card from this deck for some reason. I'm just going to get some stone. Go for it.
Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to head over and grab this guy here. And grab this guy here. There we go. And join whoever was lost in the quarry. So that's, I believe, 3. 4. Is that correct? 4 stone.
Correct.
Sorry,
yes.
4 brick.
Yeah, I think we know what's happening next here.
No surprises here. I'm going to go to the town center. So the trick is here. I've now got 3 actions. The first one is free because I don't pay the tax. The second one is free because of my conspirator. The third one I do have to pay for. So I'll lose just 1 money. So then I can round up 3 groups. So first I'm getting rid of Mark from the other town center. I'm the only guardsman around here. Of course,
you're getting rid of me. There's much more attractive targets, aren't there?
Well, I can choose 2 locations.
I'm surprised you don't grab yourself, so you can bring them back and.
Yeah.
Because
that means it's harder for me to get more.
That's true.
Clay. Oh no, I think I've got all the clay I need. So you know what? Because I have to be. I've got 3 actions, but they all have to be from 2 locations.
2 locations, yeah. But I was saying, if you grab yourself from town center, grab back your 3 guys from town center, that would give you back 3 guys.
Thing is, yeah, I mean, if you could choose to grab just 1 or 2 of them, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be left with nothing in town center.
Yeah.
And I've still got plenty of dudes. That's not a huge concern right now. So let's put all these here and that there. Okay, so that's me.
Yeah,
all right, that's fine by me. How about I'll just take these guys that are right here, And for some reason, my keyboard isn't working, so I'm going to
If
take
are you
them
on full screen?
one by one.
You might need to extend to full screen. If you go to full screen mode, it turns a
Yeah, to turn
Okay.
full screen on and off again.
up in the top right hand corner. There's the little full screen
Okay.
arrows, and then that's
So the first one I have to add to tax. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there it goes.
okay. My turn. Let's see if I just got this right.
Oh, yeah.
There.
WASD is working now.
Okay. I am going to grab one of these guys.
Yeah, I find Tabletopia doesn't like it if you Alt-Tab away from the screen. It sort of breaks a lot of the shortcuts.
So I'm gonna put another builder in here, and I'm gonna push this up another one. Oh, sorry, got the wrong one. Yeah, sorry.
Climbing up the track all on your own.
I'm gonna discard the marble, and I grab another one of these cards. I flip this, and that's a gold. So again, the gold again. One of these little. This goes up one, and the gold.
Okay, we have Mumster in the chat. I believe Dennis's teacher for this game.
He
Welcome.
We played my first game of it. So. It was very close. It was I think 25-22 or something. Very, very close. Yeah.
It's a pretty relatively low scoring game. Like you really only have the two big sources of points, like the cathedral and buildings, and like a little bit from the virtue, but that's not a huge factor. Okay, so what am I doing? I am.
Well, actually, now the thing of it, actually, we had a lot more points. We had the same number of virtue and the same number of something else. So we didn't count those in our final totals. Now that I think about it, so we only counted the difference because there was no point in adding an extra 57 or whatever it was. We had same with the cathedral. So we actually added like 30 odd points probably at the end of the game, but the difference was 2.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do.
I like how it's got the multipliers here for the components, despite the fact that you don't need these components anymore. You just
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the guardhouse, and I mean I don't have anything to pull out. It's only really one thing I can do, even though I have 2 actions, but that's going to be sending everyone to jail. You have been judged and found wanting. So how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 dudes. Okay. So that goes up to 16 for me. So I get 1 silver for every one I send.
Yeah, and very similarly, I'm gonna add your dudes to that collection. Just you
get 5.
We're all one happy family in here.
5 silver.
Yeah. And I get a little bit of coin for that measure. So, yeah, we're all tied up there, from what I can tell.
I'm going to head over here. Head over here and grab 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is annoying.
Yeah, it really it's like a control click option or something here.
You can shift click, yeah.
Shift click, yeah.
A shift click is just for like everything in an area, like if they're all jumbled together like they were there.
Yeah, I just had to separate out. So, there we go. So I've got that's my action done. If I can just grab these guys and put them back on my player board. So
right.
Do was it R? No, E. There we go. I'll send you up again. My OCD wouldn't let me have them lying down.
Don't want to lose that virtue, Dennis?
No, I don't want to lose the virtue. Thanks. Plus, I like having all my guys back. I'm the guard. I look like I don't know what the background. I haven't read the background for the character, but I look like a guardsman. I shouldn't be in jail. In fact, I probably wasn't in jail. I probably bribed all the guards to get out again.
Yeah, you do look like a cop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go to the black market. Let's get this over with.
Okay.
This may seem a little.
Sorry, Daniel. Just a minute. That'll hurt you a lot more.
It will. It will. I have time to work. Hey, look at all this money. There's no debt. Does not. I have to worry about debt when I've already got all of these funds here. So I'm going to pay. Well, I pay 1 coin. I lose a debt. Sorry, I lose a virtue. Yeah. And I gain a
marble.
I gain a marble.
Yeah.
Now, because all 3 spots in the black market have been triggered, these 3 will go to here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've now got 7 versus Mark's 6.
Okay.
So we both lose a virtue. You
both lose
already
two.
lost
You
yours.
both lose 2 virtue, right?
No, it's just if you have more than 3. It's not.
Oh, I see.
It's not per 3 that you have in there.
Okay.
But I then also gain a debt.
Mm-hmm.
I have plenty of time to figure out how to deal with that.
And the debt is basically just -2 victory points at the end of the game, unless you get paid off.
And if I pay it off, it is worth a virtue.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, if you paid off, you get back your virtue.
So one thing we didn't do is I've now flipped this.
Very nice.
So,
does it happen once the black market resets? Is that part of the black market reset?
yeah. So you flip these cards over during the black market reset.
And then, so instead of 2-1-1, it's now 2-2. I get it. Cool.
Right, and I think that's just too tempting to pass up. So I'm going to go here and pay 3 coin to get that pile.
And lose 1 virtue. Yeah, I'll grab your virtue, guy.
No, don't lose 1 virtue.
Oh, sorry, you don't, because you.
Yeah, so I'm
because
good where I am.
Thief or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's my illusionist. Yeah, I'm all good.
I'm going to. It's basically foolhardy, but this is how I played the last game, and it seemed to work out for me. So I'm going to put this guy into the up here.
Oh.
And I'm going to put down a smithy. I build a smithy here.
Yeah, those spots are filling up.
That gives me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the black market. That's 2 money. And a virtue, which gets me. So at this point, I can't go any lower on the virtue track. So every point I lose gives me another debt. Again, we'll figure that out somehow.
Works for me. I'm
going.
So then,
here. Sorry, I've still. Yeah, sorry. I have to claim a card, so I'm going to claim this one. So, and which oh wow, okay, that gives me another debt.
How'd you get another debt? Oh, because you immediately lose a virtue from collecting him.
Yes. Gives me
Sorry.
I was going to go to the guardhouse, but I think Daniel's still beating me in that regard.
No. So, if you went to the black market, oh no, never mind.
Yeah, we would be tied out.
In fact, when black market happens, I now pulled 2 dudes out of the guardhouse for free.
Oh, really? Did you get the?
I got the guard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I'm changing it right back. Okay, get out of there. Get my money back. That stays there. Sorry, Tabletopia, and I will go there and release my people. Let my people go. And I can technically do one more thing, it seems, but I don't think I can afford it. So what can I do? I can turn in people, which I don't have. I can release my people, which I just did. Don't want to do those other 2 things, so I'm done.
Okay. Let's see then. Oh, sorry. I'm going to put that up. Sorry. 1 second now.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see where your strategy is taking you, Daniel.
I am not entirely sure, to be honest. I would have been a little bit more clear if we had some of the assistants that give you things when you pay off a debt, perhaps, but we haven't seen any of those yet.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because I've just realized my strategy is, in fact, going to just give me even more debt, so maybe that's not a good idea.
I'm going to sorry about that. I'm going to head to the forest. Gain 3 wood. 2, 3. Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't know if I want that much debt right now. Of course, I could just pay off the debt I already have, which would give me virtue and allow me to accrue more debt. That's always an option. Because I have 13 money. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I really would have preferred if there was an assistant here, but I said this is not how the cards play today. So I'm going to come here. Well, I have 3 actions, so one's going to be pulling these out. Oops. Pulling those out. And then the other 2, I'm going to pay off debt. So the first one, I don't pay the 2 tax because I've got a discount for 2 tax. So I just pay 3. And wait, how does that? Yeah, okay. So I pay the 3, which lets me flip the debt and gain a virtue.
Oh, no, you're wrong. This one here is you either pay the coin or
sorry, I'm looking at the
you
wrong
gain a
one.
debt and lose a
Sorry.
virtue, and you take all the guys from somebody else's player board. Nobody else has anything on your player board, so you.
Sorry, I'm looking at So it's this one I mean to do.
You
So I actually
engineer,
need to pay. I do need to pay 1 tax. So I pay 1 more gold.
1 tax and 3 to the bank.
Tax. Yeah, I paid the 3 to the bank, but I need to pay 1 tax.
And then you get to flip one of your debt cards.
And then I get the virtue. Yeah.
And so that's from flipping your debt, you get a virtue.
Yes. Yeah. So the second one, I do that again. So again, I pay 4 silver.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to the tax.
Exactly. Yeah.
Flip another debt, which gives you another virtue. Okay.
Very nice.
All right. That was a lot of flipping. Okay. Since there's
good use of your actions, that was really good.
Since there's an accumulation of people, I'm going to start rounding people up. So I'm going to round these 3, and I'm going to round these 3 as well.
Oh, smooth.
So I got a nice round number, and that's me done.
Okay. I'm going to head to the quarry and gain 2, I believe. 2 stone.
Okay.
I got to work on building up some points.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that too, but the things I was planning to build don't make sense right now, unfortunately. So.
Yeah.
Right, because flipping debts doesn't earn you points; it just earns you virtue.
Yes, correct.
And it removes your negative points.
Exactly. It saves you from the negative at the end of the game, but you're right, it doesn't earn points during the game.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the black market, get a marble. So I pay a gold, I lose virtue, and that triggers the reset. So we go up here, but I pull my 2 out for free because of my gatekeeper. Sorry, gatekeeper, which means Mark, you actually get a debt.
That was a jerk move. And I lose virtue as well?
No, you don't lose any virtue because you haven't.
I've less than 3.
A minimum of 3. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'll take the debt.
Okay.
Yep, rough move.
Mark, your turn?
Yes, it is my turn. All right. What am I going to do? I would like some money, but it's not that much money. Let's get some wood for the time being. Go ahead.
Sorry, my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to go. Grab one of these guys here and drop them in here. And take remove 1, 2, 3, and gain a marble. Daniel.
Yes, sorry. Okay. I am going back to the black market. Broken record, I know.
When myself and my neighbor played this game, I don't think any of us either of us went to the black market at all during the game. Maybe once.
Speaking of black
It's a pretty important part of the game.
Not if you're playing like an honest, good for loyal local villager.
Right, but I feel like you're playing 3/4 of a game at that point.
Well, to be fair, it was our
But a
first
nice
game.
game,
So
everyone gets
3/4
along.
of the game was probably the better way to learn it.
Oh, actually, that gives me... I'd lose another virtue for that, so that's another debt. Okay. So next comes down.
Okay. You're done, Daniel?
Oh, there's that squire that I was looking for. Okay. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. I'm going to get that wood again, because I think you'd like to get that squire, but you'd have to pay money to do that.
I would, yes.
Well, yeah, because the black market space is taken up now.
Got the wood.
Okay, my turn.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to put a little feller here.
Ooh.
Oh, is it per action?
You got one trade per worker
Because
that
done
you
it
have
twice
there.
last turn.
Yes, yeah. So the number of workers there just gives you how many trades you can do, and you can each trade you can choose from these two options here or any assistance that you have.
I realize it's a bit far back. Would you let me just do my second trade from the last turn?
Yep, that's fine.
I haven't changed any of my other numbers, so I'll do 1, 2, 3. That gives me another marble. And then for this turn, instead, what I'll do is I'll go to grab this and head up here, go to the mines, and grab a brick.
Well, now that everyone's congregating again, time to start rounding them up. So, taking those two.
See what's happening. But I'm going to ignore that for the time being. I'm going to move this guy up here. And I'm going to build a thieves' den.
A thief and a thief's den. Wow.
That's right. Well, you know,
How fitting.
I'm playing to a certain target
you
here.
lose 2 honor or 2 virtue, or whatever it is.
I do lose 2 virtue. That's fine.
Sorry, there's an illusionist to cast a spell over the entrance, so no thieves here.
And I gain some points and 4 coins. Yeah, that's me done.
Okay. I'm gonna drop another guy on top of the mine in here, and grab a gold. And I can do another action if I want to, right? No, I can't. No, it's 2. It's 1 gold per 2. So
Yes, yeah.
I'm done. That's
okay.
Already.
Well, back to town center again. System already up 2 groups, so 1, 2, and just to be equal, 1, 2. There we go.
Okay. I'm just setting my ways. I'm gonna be a bad boy, and I'm going to go to the tax stand. Collect this.
That's 4, correct?
Yep, 4 coin. and I'm dropping in my virtue yet again.
Okay. I'm going to take one of my guys here and drop him over here to the building. And I'm going to upgrade the cathedral with 8. I got to upgrade the thing. So I'm going to go up to here. And I'm going to lose, it's 8 stone or wood. So I'm going to lose 7 stone and
Oops.
1, oh, sorry. Wow, that's a negative. And 1 wood.
Now we've got a one-man cathedral here. Oh, okay. So, did you get your card?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my card. Yeah, here, let's flip it over. Grab this F. So I just 2
How virtuous of you.
How wonderfully virtuous of me. So 1, 2.
Yeah, the virtue track isn't worth a lot of points if you really think about it.
No.
Yeah, but the cathedral is.
It is, but there's buildings are also worth points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but like right now I'm on +3 virtue for the virtue track, and you're on -5 and negative. What's that? Oh, sorry. Move that. -9, is it? So like the difference between for that alone.
Oh, I'm not saying it has no effect. I'm just saying it's not a means to victory in itself.
No, it's this little bonus, really. So, Okay. Let's say we're gonna do town center again. So I have to pay 1 gold this time.
Sorry, can I ask? This ability here, you only remove your guys from 1 player board, right? You don't.
I think it's all player boards.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm rounding up from 2 locations. So three groups from 2 locations. In fact, that's not. Might not be the best option then, because I can only grab 2 of you. So.
But you don't forget, you can always grab back your own guys.
Yeah, it's not the best value, but I think that's. Oops. I think that's the best option I got right now. So you're going to come here. Okay, that's me.
All right. Okay, well, I'm going to wait for the hammer to drop in a bit. I'm just going to collect these guys now for free, now that I'm a bad boy. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to go... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's see. Grab one of these guys here, and then go up here and drop them here. And I'll take a debt card, and I'll lose a thingy.
Oh, really? You're going to deny me that money?
What's that?
You're going to deny me that money?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll take a deck card and lose one of these. Come on. And then I'll take back all my guys, please.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, wait, 1 more turn, then you could have just taken them from jail for free.
Do you want all these guys?
Yeah, I can't seem to grab them. I'll just grab one at a time. Yes.
Oh, I guess so.
Sure.
There you go.
All right. Well, that changes the stakes a little. That's all right.
It's Daniel's turn.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'll just send what I've got here then. So send these up. I get 6. That's me.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna beat the traffic and get those guys out. All right. So hope we all enjoyed that process.
money exchanged hands. So happy.
We fed the prison industrial system.
No one wins except the capitalism. Or
Okay,
whatever
I'm going to grab one of my
equivalent
freshly
is.
released guys and reset them. There we go. And drop them in here. And spend 2 gold and 2 coin.
wow.
2 thingy.
Jeez.
Yeah.
2, 1, 2, and 1, 2.
Yeah, Daniel, I feel like we're just
I'm just treading water while he just runs away with the game here.
Right.
Again, a virtue
fighting over
and
the scrap.
3 coin, if that's correct. So 1 virtue up there, and 3 coin.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So, I hope you've got something to do now that your cathedral is finished, Dennis.
Nope, I have no plans beyond this. I'm retiring complete and wipe my hands.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the black market.
I haven't even looked at the cards in my hand in for most of the game.
3, get a debt.
Because I didn't even have to discard them, so I don't need to worry about that.
So that's so I get because I've also got the assistant that gives me wood when I go to the black market, so that gives me 3 wood and 2 marble. 3 wood. Okay, that's me.
Okay, this is an interesting turn of events. I think I'm going to go to the workshop of all places. Since I have a discount of 1 and a discount of 2 altogether. So 1 tax and and 1 coin for me. Which one do I want to take?
Well, 2 coins for me, right?
No.
One goes to tax.
One of them goes to tax, and I have a discount of 1 for my player character.
Yes, you still lose 2 coins from your kitty, though, right?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
I had 8 previously. So let's see. Which one do I want? I think that I'm going to take this acolyte. I feel like it's going to keep me in the buildings. If I'm reading its effect correctly, it's whenever I finish a building, I get a building.
So whenever you add to the cathedral, it's you gain a building.
Sorry, I actually don't want that.
Okay.
Sorry, reverse. Ignore that card that just came up. I'll get the other one.
Don't plan to add to the cathedral? Look at our beautiful cathedral. It's very tall and narrow.
I don't buy into that whole church and state thing. Yeah.
Religious fanaticism.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the silver jeweler instead. Go ahead.
That's whenever you use. I can't.
Whenever you go to the silversmith, you get +1
cool.
silver.
That makes sense. Okay, I should probably have been thinking about what my next moves are the last couple of turns. What have I got on the board? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take one of these boys here, put him into this location here, and I'm going to spend 1, 2 for the first one, 1, 2 for the second one, and 1, 2 for the third one. So I'm going to move this up 1. Come on. 1, 2, and I can't move up any further. I bump.
The virtue's a heavy weight when it gets that high.
instead of moving up the third one, I'd flip this card here. There you go. So I gain a virtue.
Yeah. Well, you actually flip it. You discarding a virtue. Sorry, discarding a debt is distinct from flipping a debt because so you don't get the virtue, but. Yeah.
So
it doesn't cascade into I pay off 1 debt, I pay off all my debt.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was wondering. So I just discard it back to the box. I get it. I see the flip card versus the discard card. So that goes back into the box. That's fine.
Okay. I'm at something of an impasse here. All these things that if I do, I've got 3 actions that would be better if I could do something else first, but the other action would be better if I did the other thing first, and so I'm stuck in a sort of catch-22 here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 1 silver short of being able to do the thing that would help me break out of that. So
Well, there's 1 silver in a tax stand, Daniel.
There's always money in the tax stand.
That was a great reference. That was really well done.
Could round up some people, I guess, since there's plenty to round up. But I feel like I'm just not achieving anything. Like while I'm just rounding, Mark and I are just rounding each other up. Dennis is just running away with the game.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't finish the game. Like we end the game by building buildings, and neither of you guys are building buildings.
Yeah.
And I've maxed out the cathedral, and I can't afford to build any of the buildings in my hand. So
I'm afraid to say that I have built 2 buildings, so
that's true.
I am doing stuff here.
Help me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking I need to build something, but okay, let's do it.
We can all build buildings. In fact,
yeah, I'll build something. Yeah,
well, I mean, ultimately we have to, right? That's ultimately, yeah.
Oh,
so that's going to trigger the.
Oh, that's too. Yeah, that actually might help me. Okay, so let's do this. So I pay. I'm going to build an observatory. Oops. Okay, observatory. So one clay, 3 wood, 1 stone. And it costs me a gold, but I can use gold and marble interchangeably. So I just spend a marble.
Nice.
And that's going to give me virtue end of the game for the marble that I have.
You have the appropriate builder as well. So.
Yes, yeah, I have 2 of those, so that's fine.
And sorry, what's this? So, for all the marble you have at the end of the game, you gain an additional virtue.
Yeah, before we calculate points in the game, I can gain some more for having marble, and I can also use gold for that as well. So, although
nice.
I have to double check in case this is only when I'm spending those resources.
Yeah.
I mean, at this rate, it's unlikely I'm actually going to get any gold anyway. So, we'll see. Oh, sorry, that does trigger a black market. So all that's going to do is send my 2 guys to jail, but because of my gatekeeper, they come straight back to me.
Oh,
so
nice.
this flips, and nothing happens in jail. It's all is quiet.
Well,
quiet.
So there was no people in the guardhouse.
Yeah.
As a result, okay, interesting. Well, this is too good to pass up, so I'm going to go to the black market. I'm going to spend 3 coins, and I'm going to collect those tasty resources.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't lose because you're a thief. You don't lose.
Don't lose the virtue. That's right.
Because of your, not the thief. Sorry.
Absolutely.
The
too good at hiding it.
What's that? Illusionist.
Yeah, the illusionist is the black market. The thief is the tax stand. Yeah. Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay. I'm going to put one of my guys up to the mines, and I'm going to grab 2 brick.
Okay. I am, now that the black market is clear, I'm going to come back here. I do have money, right? I do have money. So, gain another debt. I think this might be my last one. I think I can finally break the loop of poverty. And because it was the assistant I'm going to take is the squire, the goody 2-shoes. And I'm finally built the gatekeeper squire wombo combo there. So he's going to give me a virtue. I also gain a wood for going to the black market. And now every time there is a black market reset, and if I have nothing in there, then I gain 2 virtue. And because of the gatekeeper, I can always pull 2 workers out there. So even if I have a couple of there, I can pull them out and guarantee that I have none to trigger that squire. So that's one of the most obvious combos in
we need to force you to have a minimum of 3 guys in jail to do any damage to you, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, not a bad idea. But Daniel, I recommend you get the debt collector before you start flipping any debts.
Oh, there is a debt collector there, but I mean, what good is clay right now?
Oh, it's just adding a twist to that knife when you're flipping those debts. All right. Because of that reasoning, I'm just going to go ahead and plop those 6 guys in there into the guardhouse and gain some coin. Go ahead.
So I could go to the black market and take these last two, or take these two things here.
Can you really though, Dennis? You're you literally can't because you're literally
True.
so good.
Oh yeah,
You're
I
not allowed
can.
to go to the black market. I don't think you can.
But-
even if you're allowed to, though, Dennis, I don't think you can bring yourself to do it.
No, I couldn't. Well, my question was: is there any use for marble other than the cathedral? Like, do any of the buildings?
It's worth points at the end of the game. Gold
okay.
and marble are all worth 1 point in the game.
Yeah, cool.
But you're 5 tiers above where you could play in the black market. It seems.
No, I was just curious. I was just curious if there's any point in me ever getting marble again, but that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, instead I should really zoom in on my screen a little bit. It's hard to pick up these guys. And head back up to this and grab 2 more clay. Sorry, 3 more clay because I've got 2 guys. So 2 plus 1, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's like 1 plus 2 per 1 per.
So you gain 3. 3.
Yes, I got 3. I got 3.
3 white. Yeah. I don't like what Mark's planning here. Even though it's not ideal to pull those guys out. Oops.
Planning? I don't have plans.
I have to do that just to prevent anything else untoward going on. Okay. And I could take a second action, but I can't afford them, so that's me.
Mm-hmm. I see how the wind is blowing here. Okay. Well, I'm not going to change anything now. My course is set, so I'm going to go up here actually.
Hello. Welcome to the mine.
Yeah, I'm going to join you at the mines.
So you get 2 clay.
I do. Go ahead.
I'm going to head down here and gain 1. That's correct. If I only use the second action, I gain 1 of these, and just the 1 because I've only got 1 guy in the.
Right.
That's correct, right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now could go back to the black market, start boosting.
Do we have a hand limit for the number of locations we can hold our hand?
5, I think it is.
Okay.
Is that the limit for your hand or how many you can build?
I think there's a limit to how you can build. I just mean your hand.
Yeah, I think yeah. So you can hold as many as you want, I guess.
I would imagine so. I can look it up though.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the black market. So pay gold, lose a virtue, but gain a marble and 2 wood because of my this fellow. Swindler, that's it.
Oh yeah.
And so that's going to trigger a reset.
Yep, I know
which
what's
is going to
happening.
give Mark a debt and me 2 virtue for the luxury of that. So
yeah, that's rather.
So overall, I go up
Shenanigans.
one virtue.
Yeah.
Oh, and I flip this. That's not what I was looking for, but sure.
That is rather annoying. But I'm not going to turn about my ways. Okay. Those are tempting prizes. One more. Pay 1 to get 1 more. I'm going to go here and take that. Those 2 gold, they're too tempting. That's me.
Okay. I had a plan a second ago. One second now. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go down here. So this guy's lying down. He's annoying me. Lying down. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab 2 cards, I believe. So 1 plus 1 for every 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab 1 and 2.
Okay. Come back to town center and I'll round up Round up these 3. Oops. Oh, sorry. Camera. Sorry for the vertigo there, everyone. Okay.
That's a nice number. Before you round up my 2 guys there, I'm going to go draw 1 + 1 as well. Okay, that's me.
Man, I wish I declared a lot earlier. Just realized that. But okay. So let's see. I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to the quarry. Grab a rock. Okay, Daniel.
Okay. Can I keep this up now? And round up these 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to go get some wood. It's 3 wood. Go ahead.
And I'm going to get some wood too. For 1 wood.
Okay, so what have I got there? I've got 8 of you. Okay. 1 more roundup action. I have to pay 1 silver for this. I'm going to get rid of these 3. Oop, yeah, let's go 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. And oops. That's, yep. So that's 3 groups. Okay.
Sounds good. See where things are going here. I'm going to go up here and build this building. And it has an effect which allows me to release all of my people.
Oh.
From either jail or from another player's board.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to do
Very
that
nice.
from Daniel's board. Give them all, please.
I guess it's every player's board, but there's nobody else. It's only on Daniel's
Right.
board.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'll also take 10 points as well. Go right ahead.
I'm going to put a guy up here and build the lighthouse. All right, I'll put it down. Where's it go? Here. That work.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I spend 6 and 1, I believe. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
1, yeah. So that's all my 2, 3, 5, 6, and 1 wood.
So what are the endgame triggers again? Is when the thing fills up?
It's just when the guild hall fills up, nothing else.
Is that the only trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Okay, so I guess I should send these guys here, right? That's a bummer. Okay. All right. Sorry. I send there. And put this in. So that's 1, 2, that's 7. 7 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as much as I would have liked. And I could pay a debt, I guess.
I just realized I should have taken all my guys back because then you would have gotten no silver.
Yeah, unfortunately, focusing on rounding everyone up, you've both been pretty good at countering that, so hasn't really paid off. Who says crime pays? So I'm going to pay. If I pay 4 debt, sorry, if I pay 4 silver for 1 debt, I guess. No, you know what? I'm not going to pay debt yet. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay. All
Fine.
good.
Yep, I'm good.
Okie dokie. I'm going to carry on with the building and build this one. I can just afford it. 1, 2, 1. And I lose a virtue and I gain a debt. But hey, that's not new to me. So
The betting house. Awesome.
yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this guy here and put him over here, and grab all of these. Let's put this guy slightly out of the way for a second.
No, grab him too.
Yeah. While we're at it, grab all of these. Come on. Control? No, shift. Here, that'll do it. All of these and bring them down here.
Okay.
They're home.
So, black market, I get a wood. I lose a virtue. So I pay 2 gold, lose a virtue. But I gain this debt collector. Okay.
You did gain the debt collector.
Mm-hmm.
Get that sweet brick. Okay. I am going to. So, say if I was going to pay off some debt, when I take one action, is that paying? I can pay off one debt or as many debts?
One at a time.
It's slow going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, that's fine. What can I do to lower my virtue? Black market, of course, but that would give me around 3 people, which I don't really want. Although maybe I do want it. Maybe I do. That would make it cheaper to pay off debts. Yeah, maybe I do. There's no such thing as going part way bad. I will. Okay, so I don't lose virtue there on its own, but I will gain the marble, wood, and stone. And then the trigger is reset.
Yeah.
These go up here.
He comes back to me.
I lose a virtue, and I also gain a debt for having
gain 2 virtue.
Having the most. All right, that's me.
Okay. Trying to decide exactly what I want to do here, but I think okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab this guy and put him in here. I gain 2 stone.
Okay, I'm going to go back to town center. So rounding up 4 groups from 2 locations. I guess I have to spend 2 money for that. So let's say text. So I'll round up these 2 at least. Oops. And you know what? I'm just going to spend. I'm not going to spend the 4th money. I'll spend 1 money to spend like a 3rd group. For like that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go here, and based on my bad ways, I don't have to pay any tax. I gain a 1 discount for my special ability, so I only have to pay 1 to get one of these cards.
Wow.
So that's what I'll do. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, another squire.
Now, when I don't pay the tax, it doesn't go into the tax stand, obviously.
Yeah. I'm going to put a guy up into the bear, and again 2 brick.
Okay. Going to go to the guardhouse again. Send these up there. So that's 5 money. And I'm going to pay off a debt. So that's I have a discount of 1, so I have to pay 5. And that's including 1 to the tax stand. No, 2 to the tax stand. And pay off the debt, which gives me a virtue, but also 2 clay. That's it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go and let my people go from here.
Let my people go. You know what? I'll just save you the turn, and I'm going to... Are you doing anything else?
I don't think so.
You've only got 1 guy. I'm going to do the exact same thing, so I'm going to go over here as well. And I'm going to grab these 4 guys. While you're doing that, I'll grab the same thing. Now, I do have the option of something else. I've got 2 guys in the allocation.
Do you even have any debt to pay?
No, I don't need debt to pay. So I've got nothing to do, so I'm good.
Okay.
Back to you, Daniel.
Yeah, so this is what I've been trying to do this whole game, and it's never going to happen. Timing here. So what I'm going to do is... maybe I wait one more turn. One more turn.
One more turn.
No, it doesn't really matter.
It's a civ chant. One more turn.
So we're going to go up here. I'm going to build the Watchtower.
Ooh, snazzy. What's the Watchtower do?
Well, it forces everyone in prison with
instantly 3 or more.
3 or more, yeah,
You
loses. Which is you 2 have been both been really good with pulling them out immediately. So
do you still lose the virtue there from the instant virtue, or do you have some
I do lose that, yes. So let me just spend my... Okay, it's also just worth a bunch of points, and I don't have any other way of getting points, so I'll have to just take what I can get. Okay, so I lose the virtue. There we go. And sorry, that does trigger a black market reset, which does give me 2 more virtue. So starting my climb back up, turning my life around.
Look at that! You can build a cathedral again, Daniel. Build a cathedral, Daniel.
2 points.
Get in the game. All right. I think, the end is pretty close here.
Yeah.
So
feels like that, right?
Yeah, we're solidly in the last 20% of the game. So I feel like rounding up people is a little pointless. I think it's time for the resource rush. So, or paying off your debts.
Debts aren't worthwhile. It's only negative 8 points right now for you.
Only negative 8 points. Let's see. Plus, I'd have to get money to pay off more.
Well, if you were to climb all the way up the top of the virtue track, you'd get rid of them for free.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. You know what? I am going to go for those resources. I feel like it's my destiny. All right, go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna head to the forest. Hello, buddy. I'm gonna grab 2 wood. 1, 2. I'm done.
Okay. I really need money, but they can either slowly start to get some from the silversmith, which is a bit late to start doing, and there's not even anyone to round up anymore. So
You can grab some from the tax stand.
Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Doesn't feel like any of us have ever really been at risk of running out of meeples this game.
I was down to 2 at one point.
Yeah, Dennis was definitely investing in people early, as you can see
Yeah.
in the Guildhall track.
Yeah.
That's what I can
Investing
do.
the most.
Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna build that cathedral.
Yay! Contribute.
Build it up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so what I need to do is meeple here.
Meeple on the Guildhall. And then discard a
oops.
card and discard 1
Oh,
gold.
right, discard a card.
I haven't been doing that because that was my player power, so that's why it was.
Discard a card and discard a gold or a marble in my case.
Yeah.
So then I flip this, which gives me not quite what I wanted, but it does give me
1 more.
2 stone. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm gonna pay that.
Did you discard the card back to the pile, back to the deck here?
I tried. I just put it in the pile here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead, Dennis. I took my last turn, or took my turn.
Your last turn.
Yes.
You got plans.
I can sense it's over.
Okay. I'm gonna build. Sorry, I'm gonna go to the. Grab this guy here. Head to the Guildhall and build this for 2. 1.
Okay. Oh, what are you building?
And
Oh,
2.
timeless hut. Okay.
Tiller's out or whatever it is. Okay.
Okay. So, not a lot I can do here. What I'm going to do.
So
is...
does the game end immediately, or is there?
No,
You get one more round.
Yeah. So whoever builds the last one finishes their turn, and every player, including that player, gets one more action or 1 more round.
And can you build stuff even though the spaces are full?
Yeah, it just goes to the side of the board.
Right.
So I'm gonna black market. Lose a virtue, and I'm actually not going to take. I guess I could take an assistant and replace something. I'm tempted to search through the deck, but if I take another squire, yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to replace one of my because you can like discard one of these. So let's just get rid of the.
You can only have 5 at a time.
Yeah, but I'm just going to get rid of one.
Same as the buildings.
So now I have 2 squires. Which are both about to trigger because we.
Are you allowed to have the same card?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, because they can have different effects basically. I
believe it's specified in the rulebook anyway. So.
I pull that back. So black market reset. So that happens. Mark gets a debt.
Mm-hmm.
I get a marble and. I actually get 3 virtue because I get 1 for having built for taking that squire in the first place.
Fine. Instead of taking people down, I'm going to build things up.
Says the person at the bottom of the virtue track.
No, I'm building actual things with my hands. I don't care
with your filthy money.
Precisely.
Building your thieves' den.
I'm going to take my tax cuts or whatever. I'm going to cut corners. But I'm going to get those points. All right. That's me.
That's end game. Well, I mean, last round.
Yeah, last round. Once again. So is there anything I can do?
If I had 1 clay, I could have built something else, and I couldn't.
Okay, I can't build anything, but what I can do is I can take 1 more guy, drop him into the, drop him in up here to the mine, and grab a gold.
There you go.
1 more point right at the end of the game.
Man, yeah, I needed to pay off 1 more debt to get some clay, and I could build my final building. Just couldn't time it right, so I don't think there's actually much I can do here. Of course.
Sorry, I was going to grab my phone so I can start tallying up my score, and I realized my phone is my camera, so I can't do that right now.
There you go.
Don't actually have enough gold to grab that last card there. So, what can I do? I guess gold is points, right?
And money isn't worth many points.
Oh, you know what? Can I build a cathedral? I think I can. Yeah, I've got enough. I've got enough, just enough to actually build something in the cathedral here, since I can't build this card. So let's do that. Okay. So what do I do there? So I discard a card. So discard a building card. I discard 4 stone to go up here. Flip a card, and that gets me 2 more virtue. So that's enough to get 1 point. 1 more point.
So I'm looking at my player board because that indicates where your end of game points come from.
Yep.
And what does the symbol mean next to the guardhouse?
This means you lose points for people in jail.
So for each one?
For every 2, so you lose 1 point.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't have many ways to gain points, so I'm going to gain myself net 1 point that way by removing that dude.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if I wasn't constantly harassed by a single player this game, I would be much better.
I'm surprised you somehow managed to have more debt than. Oh no, you have. I think I've still got more total. I just paid off half of them.
Right.
But I think it's pretty clear who the winner's going to be here.
Well, let's see. Let's tabulate it anyway.
Yeah. So let me bring up calculator here. So for those watching, points here are you get points for the buildings. So you just get straight points value for the buildings. You get points for how high on the cathedral track you were. You get the position on the virtue track.
Mm-hmm.
So it's positive or negative in Mark's case. Minus 2 points for every unpaid debt. Every gold and marble is worth 1 point. Every 10...
Oh, it's 3 marble. Didn't realize that.
Oh, what do you know? More points is falling into my pocket. Every 10 silver is worth a point, and every 2 workers in jail loses a point. So let me count mine up here.
Okay, I think I've calculated my amount.
Where's my calculator? Okay. So let's. Oh, I do have. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I actually have enough marble to go up 1 more point on the virtue track. There we go. So, cathedral gives me 4 points.
Oh, I have an end game thing as well. I'm going to go 1 space on the virtue track.
Plus.
What's the end game thing? Oh, that's your.
Some of your buildings give you that, yeah.
Yeah, I forget that. None of mine have that.
Basically, I raise 1 level of virtue for every 4 of the basic resources, of which I have exactly 4.
I gained a virtue for every paid off debt, but apparently I destroyed my debts instead of paying them off. I just tossed them away.
Okay, so I've got 20. How many debts do I have there?
Characters. So don't gain any
6
points from artisans or whatever they are.
2 points from marble.
All right.
And yeah, not a great score for me, I don't think. I think I'm looking at 20 points.
Okay. Well, Daniel, I beat you.
by 1?
No, 24 points.
Oh, okay, not bad, not bad.
Even with the negatives, even with negative 17.
Wow.
Oh, you had a bunch of buildings there. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think I have 43.
Wow.
Oh, there you
doubled.
See, Daniel, it doesn't hurt to take others down. You gotta build
7 on the virtue and 20.
Well, but being bad is good as long as you're the only bad person in town. You don't want competition.
I could be like the Godfather, helping out the people, helping out the little people.
And that's what happens in a 4 or 5 player game, and you've got like multiple people competing for that high virtue and jostling a little more, rather than having free reign is perhaps a little beneficial.
Yeah, Dennis had a plan and he went for it, which did pay off.
I mean, yeah, it's like the first thing I did was build a cathedral, so I just focused on that, and then everything after that was just like
icing on the
I
cake.
don't know.
Yeah, I succumbed to my common failing of just trying to engine build for too long.
Yeah, you get caught up in just trying to keep that going, and then forget that. Oh, I'm actually supposed to get points at some point, right? I have to actually try and win the game, rather
I'm
than
not
just
familiar with
go on indefinitely.
I'm not overly familiar with engine builders or even worker placements in general, so I just kind of did what I saw straight away and just did that, like so.
Slow and steady, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know if it was slow. I got 20 points right at the start. It was
Yeah,
it was a
great work.
sprint and then a complete just.
Yeah, you got 20
crash.
points from camping on that cathedral, whereas I like scrounged together 20 points from like a little bit of here, a little bit like just scrounge. Like it's my. I just finished the script, 20 points, and then it's like 20 from the cathedral. It's nothing.
But you kept the prison complex going, which is good.
And nobody wins.
So, I think that was pretty good. And for a 3-player game, that was given that we didn't really get started playing until nearly probably half past or something. I think that was an hour and a half, and we were done.
It's a snappy game. I mean, I was trying to be mindful of keeping my AP in check, but it does move along pretty snappily. Just put one worker, get your resources.
I think from learning it, it's definitely the onboarding of all of the locations, right? At the start, you learn all the locations of the game, and then after that, it's just smooth sailing. You just look at your cards and see what you can build and do or whatever. Like so.
Yeah, if anyone's curious, you can go ahead and listen to our our 5th episode.
Yeah.
About Architects of the West Kingdom. We Daniel and I go into a bit more depth about our thoughts, but yeah, I think this is a great game to introduce some people that have played a bit of worker placement. Half of the actions are dead simple. The actions really take little time at all. You just want to build like a grander strategy by connecting all the short turns together. And I don't know if I have a strategy down yet, but I tend to have fun along the way and come in second fairly often.
I think just enjoying the game is very important, and I thoroughly enjoyed my 2 plays of it so far. Like so.
Well, you can see there's quite a bit more player interaction in this one compared to most worker placements. Usually, worker placement just has the indirect interaction of you went to the space that I wanted, whereas here. Rounding everyone up, you're very much invested in everyone's turn. Like where are people congregating? How many do they have in jail?
The times like my guys are in jail, and I can see it'll be in 2 turns. Somebody might trigger the reset, so it's like I should get on now, or I can wait a few more turns.
And you both did a great job at keeping me on the ball there, because I could have like raked in a lot more money had I managed to sell off your
there was definitely one turn where Mark pulled all his guys and I left my guys in there, and I realized you got like 7 points from that alone.
Because I had like a handful of cards that were all utilizing the jail, but you just managed to pull them away from me before I could fire that off, unfortunately. So I'm gonna blame you on my loss there.
There is a lot of player interaction, but you can interact right back at the other players, which is the right amount for me, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I really enjoy for worker placements. I really enjoy Ex-Libris as well, because it's you only learn 2 or 3 locations at a turn every turn. You only learn
I've wanted to try that one. I saw it was actually at the very first SHUX. It was being demoed because I spent a lot of that first SHUX at the Renegade booth. With our friend Susie, and that was being demoed. But I didn't quite catch it.
Is this Renegade as well?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I mean, it was originally developed by Garfield, but it's distributed by Renegade. Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, Ex-Libris is one of my favorites as well. So, great.
Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing I guess in our podcast that we discussed is the first expansion. As we discussed it briefly here, but there's quite a few things that the Age of Artisans expansion there adds. I really liked it. Mark was a little less keen on it, but I think he only tried it the once. But I definitely think that's worth a look. And of course, the second expansion coming out.
I don't have anything against the expansion. I just feel like I haven't fully explored it.
That's fine. Yeah. No, it's quite a sort of modular little expansion, but adds quite a lot to the combo building that you get off the assistants and the building bonuses. And as this speeds up the downtime in the pacing of the game. And the newest one, I can't remember what it's called, but it adds a completely sideboard where you're sort of jostling for the favor of the princess and the the guard keeper or something. You're jostling for their favor in some way or another. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but quite keen to try that one as well. And of course, there's Paladins and Viscounts that are very different games. So I'd recommend checking those out as well. So yeah, so Mark, I guess for next up for us, we have our next podcast episode dropping this coming Tuesday.
Yep, that's right.
On The Long Dark, the survival sort of outdoor survival game based in sort of remote Canada. So we're somewhat experienced with that. Not quite as brutal conditions, perhaps, but we know all about it being wet and dark in Canada.
Yeah, and it was developed in Canada as well, which is very cool to see. And have we announced the board game we're doing after that?
We haven't, but I guess we could do it now, since I do have a little teaser on my shelf behind me here.
Yeah, let's see it.
We're going to be covering... Yokohama. I can't. Do you remember the name of the designer for that? Oh, Hisashi Hayashi. There you go.
Yeah.
So we've been playing it a lot on Board Game Arena. We played a game just this last week, and I now have the physical deluxe edition there, which is now out of print, I believe. So quite glad to have that. Hoping to get a game of that in the next couple of weeks. That'll be our next board game episode in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, if anyone wants to play along, you can play the very good adaptation at Board Game Arena.
Absolutely.
Maybe you'll catch one of us.
So, Dennis, have you been playing anything exciting lately?
Most of my gaming recently has been with my kids. So I've been playing a lot of, ironically, a lot of dexterity games. So Tokyo Highway was a big hit recently.
I really want to try that one.
I have a game called Hamster Roll. I don't know, you might have seen it on my Twitter, but it's definitely not like a big popular game. Let me just grab it here for a second.
Is it a harbor?
It's Zuch.
Oh, right.
Spiel.
So, yes.
It's pretty spectacular. And my favorite thing about it, well, actually, it's a great game, so I shouldn't say my favorite thing about it. But the funny thing about it, on the back of the box in the game material, it says no hamster.
Well, you can't ding them on false advertising, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
PETA would be right on you, right?
But it's a really fun game. I mean, you can see from the size of the box. The ring is roughly about this size, about the size of the box. And you're putting the components onto the ring, and as you put them onto the ring, they roll the whole ring. So then they fall off, and whoever places the last component wins. My 3-year-old son managed to beat my wife and I by placing the hamster, which is the heaviest piece on the board. It was fallen off in an earlier turn of his, and he managed to get the hamster back onto the board to win the game.
Wow!
So it's really good fun, and that's not to say there's no strategy in it. It was just we did not play very well. So, other than that, dexterity games, which is kind of ironic for me, but I really enjoy dexterity games.
Yeah, dexterity games are a good way of leveling the playing field for kids. My daughter's only 2.5, so a little young to get her in just yet, but maybe in the near future. I've got a couple of games waiting in the wings, like Animal Upon Animal.
Yeah, we love that. We have Animal Upon Animal, unicorns. So
I've got dinosaurs, and I think I've got the base edition somewhere as well.
And we're also playing Spotted a lot, which is our Gobble in Europe. Mm-hmm. But Spotted is really popular. And my son taught himself that by watching myself and my daughter play. So at first we would just give him a card, and he would just kind of watch and really do anything. And then one day he was like, lips, tree, pen. We're like, what the? So now he's a genuine challenge. So that's pretty amazing. Pretty excited to see. So.
Oh, Tabletopia has a screensaver mode. It's doing something funny now by itself.
And hey, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that you can grab pretty much all of these games we're talking about, as long as they're in print at Rain City Games.
Absolutely.
Our friendly local game store and host for this particular stream.
And official game seller of awSHUX for Canada, at least.
That's right.
And they're very good at ordering games in that you might not have in stock, because I just ordered 3 for them. So they were like, they're not in their system, but we can order them. Like, great.
Also, they're really good at running these fantastic used game sales, where I picked up a couple of fantastic titles. I have one next to me. I picked up this winner just recently at the game store. So at Rain City Games, I was very happy that I got a good deal on it.
Excellent. Yeah, I had a few games I meant to put into the sale myself, but didn't get around to that. But no,
Well-
that was a great selection this time.
Well, hopefully TCTC will be back next March, and we can put it in
Yeah.
that used game sale.
Exactly. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Okay.
Absolutely. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your awSHUX show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's pretty much done for the day, if I remember correctly. You usually finish around 3 to 3:50.
Yeah, because they're on UK time, I guess.
Yeah, so. But thanks for having me, guys. I had a really good time. It was my first time playing a digital board game, and I enjoyed it a lot. So,
Anytime.
you
Well,
did
you're welcome
great.
to join us on the pod sometime as well.
I'd love to.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks,
And
Andrea.
for watching, everybody.
Thanks,
out
Rain
there.
City team.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on,
Bye.
Dennis.
Happy shucks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I don't know if we're off yet.
I think we're still online. Let me just